Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Season 3 of the Rule 34 podcast. I'm Jack, joined by
Dominic Castillo.
Giovanni.
Alright, we are back here on a Friday. Happy birthday, Gio.
Thank you, man.
It's Gio's birthday today. And coincidentally, since we couldn't come up with anything for yesterday, we ended up postponing it, so we get to say that on the podcast.
I'm finally 21. I can do illegal things.
Ooh, that's crazy.
You can do them legally now.
I was talking about other stuff.
How have you guys been?
Well, I have been pretty good. Life's actually, I don't know how the fuck things are going out well.
Yo, man. Your language, dog.
I'm gonna speak very violently today. Anyways.
That's not allowed, though.
I am gonna...
Unless you want the sponsors to pull money.
Man. But, yeah. Life's okay at the moment. Things are running slow in terms of the monies, but the thing is going to be picking back up as of this moment. Thankfully, the Grammys are coming in very soon. I don't know how that's going to plan out, but, you know, it's going to be cool to actually, you know, technically be at the Grammys for free, mind you. It'd be pretty cool if we got to see, like, some very famous people, you know. Oh, boy. Anyways, everything's going fine. I'm thinking of getting braces soon. I already made a couple of payments, you know, before the process started, just, you know, I could get it over with. Thankfully, insurance is covering some of it, a good portion of it, so, yeah, it's even better. And, yeah, braces pog for, like, it's going to be part for a good 2 years, I think, that they've mentioned, so, maybe the next, I think February 1st, I believe, is my first appointment to finally put him on. I'll see how it goes. Gio has given me his tips and tricks and his stories with it. It's not going to be very pleasant for the first week and month or so. So we'll see how that plans out. Yeah, it's cool, man. Like, that's cool. How have you been, Gio?
Like you said, work and stuff. It's been kind of picking up lately for me. I've been called in a lot more since it was in my 2-week break from work. So it's pretty pog. The other day that I worked, I think it was on Wednesday. After I took the trash, I saw LeBron James, which is pretty... It was pretty underwhelming, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a lot more exciting seeing the big man himself, but I guess I just don't care about him that much. So yeah, I saw LeBron James. Work was fine. My birthday today, as Jack Joseph said, 21. Gonna celebrate with the family later today. Pretty much it. I don't have much to say. Take it away, Joseph.
That's good to hear. For me, I don't know. I've just been up to my own type of stuff. I got back into writing like more detailed scripts for, you know, future podcast episodes. I've been trying to get back into that. You know, get back into writing and all that. Just been keeping up with my wrestling. Sorry, podcast, if you heard that noise. What's it called? Yeah, I've just been watching wrestling lately. Oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Because I probably won't get a chance to say it anywhere else. I just want to say on here, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Absolutely tragic situation, and I'm sending all the thoughts and prayers I can to his family after such a tragic incident. Yeah, that's all I really want to say, because I don't want to get into the Warner stuff, because that really ticked me off. And I mean, it's not 100% confirmed, it's all just rumors, but it is kind of annoying to me. But I don't want to get into it because I know I'll go on like a huge tirade like I did on the NFL with the whole DeMar Hamlin situation. But yeah, that's all I've really been up to, and then I'm just kind of slowly waiting to see, what events become available in the coming year, which is why I have been trying to save up as much money as I can and putting it into the bank so I don't use it, because there's a lot of stuff that like is happening this year that I potentially want to look into going to. Like there's a wrestling promotion from Japan that's coming over to LA for an event that I'm thinking of going to. Ring of Honor's having an event that same day in the afternoon at the Galen Center at USC that Mr. Solis, my brother, my dad, and I talked about going to. What's it called? Twice could potentially be having a world tour where they come to LA. I'm obviously going to the Paramore concert. And then the Rams announced their season schedule for next year. And one of the home games, now of course it's different than the last time we went, because when we went, they were still playing at the Coliseum. But they announced that the Eagles are coming to LA. And so my dad is looking into that about when tickets go live for us to go. Now the only downside, again, like I mentioned, is it's in SoFi now, so not only are tickets going to be more expensive, but it's going to be more expensive for worse seats. Because when they were at the Coliseum, we got seats right behind one of the end zones, and it was a really great experience. Now obviously I won't complain if I get to see the Eagles play, but it just sucks that like now they're in an actual stadium, so it means you're going to be paying, if you're paying like the same price that we paid to get those tickets, it's not going to be the same area. It's going to be like higher up and all that. But you never know. Maybe you can find good prices for good seats, but who knows. But that's a couple of events that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, more could be added, and also, gotta think about money and time, because like I said, with those two wrestling events that happen the same day, I want to go, but it depends on what times they are, because you obviously gotta think about getting to and from and all that. But that's sort of the gist of what I've been sort of doing these past couple of days. What about you guys? Is there any events you're looking forward to in 2023?
I know one event that I'm definitely not going to go to. That Dreamcatcher concert, through that, after they were here last October and now they're coming back again to take more money from their fans, I'm not going to support that. And the music is mid now, so it's okay. But events I do want to go to, let's see. I want to go to that Twice concert if they come back, obviously. I want to go to some football matches. Maybe if Real Madrid come to LA or nearby, I could go to one of their games, finally. And just, I don't know, I want to go to more sporting events because I'm missing out. I'm getting old. I haven't been to a sporting event in a good minute, so.
I think the last one was that preseason Rams game we went to.
Yeah, Super Bowl and all that stuff. I don't even remember who they played against.
The Broncos. That's the reason we went.
It was Broncos versus who? The Rams?
Yeah, that was the whole reason we went, and I'll never forget that guy, man. He was a couple years too early, but he was right, man. Freaking the Rams won that preseason game, and this man was talking about Super Bowl.
It was kind of crazy. I don't know. I have to see what's happening to be able to, be like, oh, I want to go to that. But definitely, maybe some music concerts, some concerts, and sporting events for sure. Oh, and the Anime Expo with Dom, because he's going to buy my tickets. So.
I never said yeah to that, but we'll see. We'll see.
what's it called? Oh gosh, why am I blanking on what I was just about to say? Oh yeah, if you, what's it called? What's it called? Downloading Ticketmaster was a mistake for me because now I'm just looking at what events are going to be coming in the area. How about you, Dom? What are you looking forward to?
There's the Anime Expo. It's a hard maybe in the case we do have work because it's in between the 1st of July to the 4th of July. However, it's huge. However, the majority of the events are very scarce in terms of the summer for the crypto. So I'm gonna not even be there, and they're usually in between spring and summer seasons in terms of the crypto. They open up positions to go to other arenas to work at. So if the crypto is off, then usually Dodgers is open for to take in new people for the monies to work for. So there's that. There's transferring to Dodgers. There's the Anime Expo. As of lately, there's also a bunch of other things I want to get into. I don't think I should go over in the podcast, but there's some little projects I kind of want to go on with my room. I've been thinking of getting some new parts overseas. It's a hard maybe because it's a little expensive. It's on the, we're talking euros, and euros kind of compared to the USD, it's the price difference is crazy. Other than that, it's honestly, I don't know. I might be taking over my cat to the vet. See how everything's going on with that. That might be in a bit of an event in and of itself. There's also, what was this other event? Do you by any chance recall? Remember, we were in the suite constantly waiting for that one ad to pop up in the TV, and we waited like a good 20 minutes.
The Anime Girl one?
That one. I just forgot the name of it.
I literally just said Anime Girl. I don't know.
No, but it was that one. But I think it was like a...
It was like a concert, like an anime concert.
It was it was like a hologram concert type thing. And I was thinking, oh, that's kind of cool. That seems dandy. I mean, why not, right? Might as well. But it's like, I'll think about it. What else seems to be in mind? My parents might be thinking of going out to a concert, and they wanted me to come along if I'm not working. I kind of forgot what band it was, or what group it was. So that might be that. I don't recall if it was at the Crypto Center or the Microsoft or at the Forum. I don't recall. But that might be something very cool to look up to.
Oh, wait, Dominic, you just reminded me of something.
Oh, what's up, man?
Religious experience that I had.
Yeah, do count your religious experience.
I mean, I don't mean to interrupt, but this was actually pretty fascinating to me. I don't know if it's considered like a religious moment or religious experience or whatever, but I was in one of the suites cleaning, right? And from the suites, you could basically see all the other suites. So you basically see just a bunch of rooms, right? So I was just looking at it for a bit, and then I started like seeing people inside, like the security doing their rounds, maybe like another runner or two cleaning up the rooms. And I don't know why, but it felt like I started getting like emotional, like watching them, because they were completely clueless that I was looking at them. They were just living their life. And then I don't know, like, I guess, like, this is, like, what God sees every day. Because I was just standing there, and I was just watching people doing their thing, completely clueless to that I was watching them, be alive and, living. And I was just like, wow. I don't know, I just started feeling, like, emotional. I wasn't, like, going to start crying, but I started to feel that I was starting to choke up. I was just, like... I don't know, it felt like I was looking at ants. You see, like an ant farm? It felt like I was just watching, like, a colony of ants just living. But in a much larger perspective, like human life. And I was just like, whoa, that's pretty intense. I told Dom about it when we were eating, and he's like, yo, that was pretty cool.
True. It was an enlightening experience. I didn't think of it like that. It was I guess it was interesting. I can't say much. Yeah, man. Nothing much else for me in terms of future events. However, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other things I want to go through. Although I probably won't be going through it anyways. But I'm still down to go to wherever you guys are thinking of planning to, whether it be future wrestling events or music things. But what was this one other thing? I might maybe be thinking of going to like car events and stuff like that, and show my room. Like, yo, look at my room. It's a cool room. But other than that, no. It's a slow year. Aside from the Anime Expo, that's gonna take some planning and some time. Joseph, would you be willing to go? I understand. I remember your answer from the day of the Shakies, but would you go, Jack?
I think it all depends on the schedule around that time. Because like I said, there's a ton of events I'm looking into. It all depends on money, obviously. And then, I don't know. I know Anime Expo gets kind of packed a lot of these years. And to be honest, I've never really known what exactly they do there. Like, I don't know if it's like, there's a bunch of stuff being sold. Like, I don't know if it's like the Game Awards or, what is it, Comic-Con or E3 where they show off stuff, like new anime trailers. I really don't know what goes on at Anime Expo. All I know is that a bunch of people show up in cosplay.
Yeah, it's pretty much like how you mentioned. It's just like Comic-Con, but you got your panelists, where you could like meet up, with a group of other sweaty men, like to talk to like some random YouTuber, and you could ask him questions and stuff like that. Like how would you call it? I don't recall any big ones as of lately, but I'm pretty sure last year had like a bunch of like YouTuber panelists, like where you could ask questions and shit. But also there's the other side of it where you could artists. Gio, I'm gonna do something, Gio.
I'm doing it for you, bro.
I'm doing something, Gio. Anyways, I'm sorry. There's a lot of artists. Like there's a whole like artist gallery where you could like buy things, obviously, and check out people's new works or works before they even begin. I'm pretty sure there's like a whole cosplay like competition because it's Anime Expo. Obviously, there's gonna be cosplay, and then you also have your 18 and plus section where what happens, where the prices probably get ramped up because they only expect adults over there and adults only. So that's a pretty interesting part I want to be part of because I am of age legally speaking and maybe do have the money to spend on. But aside from that, yeah, Anime Expo is just Comic-Con, just Japanese. It's pretty much it.
What are you looking to buy once you get there? Like figurines?
Yeah, probably figurines. Not merch. I feel like clothing merchandise. No, definitely not. Unless it's like Junji Ito like type of clothing, that kind of goes hard. But probably just figures, maybe like cool posters. If I could get them signed too, by like the artists and stuff, that would be pretty cool. I could resell them. It would suck, but I could resell them for a higher profit. Aside from that, nothing much else. I would probably save myself like maybe a grand 500 on the offside, just so I could, be comfortable in purchasing things. So because these cons get like insanely expensive, because you're already putting on top of like let's say you go Saturday, right? Because the 1st of July is a Saturday. let's say you go first day, it's $80 the entrance already, so you already lose $80. It's like if you bring a $100 bill, you're already left with the $20, just like that. And then you got to take account of food, transportation costs, parking. God knows if you're gonna find parking, but since Gio and I have parking passes to get free parking at the Smart and Final area, we get free parking right off the bat, so we don't have to worry about that. But no, yeah, like figurines probably gonna be like 300, 200, 300. They're gonna be like prototypes. They're gonna show off like cool things, and then if you want to take photos with like cosplayers, they're probably gonna charge you like God knows how much amount of money, but a lot. But yeah, man, this is gonna be cool, and I think you also have those really cringy cat cafes and it's like. I was thinking of doing it for the experience, but I feel like it would be literally very humiliating if I even think about just walking in there and they do their thing. Yeah, that's Anime
Is it
Expo.
like authentic cat cafes or just like some?
No,
weirdos who want to do it?
like Americans who dress up as cat girls, and they give you the experience, not the real experience. Kind of, I think. I honestly, I don't know. It's I've seen videos of them like presenting the things at the expo, and it's just so it's humiliating. It's like they expect you to sing along to them while they're making your food. You know what I mean? Like I think they make coffees as well. It's a cafe, obviously. They make cafes, but they expect you to do like this like Sailor Moon type of like movement where like with your hands to like you give a chant to give, I guess, to bless your coffee while they're like,
oh my God,
like 3 cat girls like with you just doing the thing. It's not I don't know. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant.
That sounds like one of the worst experiences ever.
But for like middle-aged Japanese men, it's like godsend life experience.
No,
it's
it is not. You need to reevaluate your life decisions.
I do.
What's it called? Dom, you mentioned it being a slow start of the year. I mean,
Yes.
we're already 20 days into January, though, so... But I understand what you mean, though. It's slow content-wise. No new movies have really come out. No albums of note have dropped yet, I haven't been keeping up with any shows or like animes that have been out, so I don't know too much. I think what's it called? I think that Nier Automata anime started coming out like weekly. That's the only thing I know of, though. But yeah, so it's like I don't know. I'm a bit spoiled from 2022, but like I'm kind of upset there hasn't been a lot of music dropping. And it seems like a lot of people are waiting till like late February, March region to start beginning like the actual stuff of like, hey, here's some new music. So it's kind of annoying because it's like, man, there's nothing for us to listen to give a review on. But when you look at last year and you look at a lot of the names that dropped, and then you now look at this year, what are some names in the music industry that you expect to drop this year?
Well, we
expect or want to drop?
Both. Who do you want to, and then who do you like realistically expect is dropping music this year?
Look, want Post Malone to drop another album, but it's highly unlikely.
How often does Post his albums? Is it like per year, per 2 years? Or God knows.
I don't know. At this point, it's up to if he's feeling it or not.
Yeah, I think we've gotten to a point where it's kind of harder to predict. Because let's see. He did 2016, 2018, 2019, and then it took till 2022 to drop a new album. So it looked like he was on a yearly schedule, and then he took, what is that? Like 3 years off,
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder to predict. The only artist you can really predict is Tyler, the Creator, because he drops one like every 2 years.
And Drake, dude. Drake.
Yeah, and Drake drops basically every like 6 months at this point.
I'm tired of the Drake.
Dude, I want Kendrick to drop another album this instant. Oh, and I hope Playboy Cardi does something too. It's been like 2 years now, dog. It's crazy how he teases like his entire community with like his Twitter posts and Instagram posts and like, dude, I just want to drop Kendrick even better. Post, honestly, if Post Malone drops another album this year and he books a tour again and we have the Crypto Arena as one of his locations, bro, I'm gonna be there. Not to attend it, but to work, you know.
And you're gonna just. Dude, we should just spend money on a suite and like experience it, bro.
Or we could watch it for free without spending a single dime.
Yeah, but we only get to watch like the last hour of it.
Well, yeah, because he puts in his best songs in the last hour of it. The first song will be like, you know, you snooze off a bit, and then he starts going to his old classic jammers. You know.
No, I preferred the first half over the second half.
I
Because
can
once you get to
respect.
the second half, sure, you're playing a lot more of like the known stuff, but then it's also a lot of the overplayed stuff, which, you know, it's not bad, but like you've heard it a million times, you know, like when he closed out playing Congratulations, it's like, oh, cool, but like how many times have we heard this song since he dropped it in 2016?
About 10,000 times.
No, you heard it at every damn graduation at that point.
Every graduation, every 10 minutes on the radio. There's more music out there, bro. But yeah, I want Post to drop. Maybe what's his name? I mean, a Boogie just dropped, but another one from him would be pretty cool.
I want Dreamcatcher to never drop another album again.
I want Dreamcatcher to canonically die. Wait.
Yeah, the concept, you know?
Yeah.
Because it was an apocalypse, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want in the music video to kill off whatever creative control is happening that made them go from such great music to the absolute mid that they've been dropping.
They should just cancel it halfway, but like, yo, we're gonna restart with something new.
Just pull a DC and just rebrand everything at this point. Just be like, oh, it's a hard reset at this point. Cause my goodness, man, every time, what's it called? Is it Deja Vu? I think it's Deja Vu. Anytime Deja Vu comes on and I just hear how well they did like the rock stuff, and then I think back to that episode, Gio, where we covered their last release, and I'm just like, what went wrong?
Crazy, like, not to go like on a tangent, but the crazy thing is people still consider them the face of rock and K-pop, and it's just like they haven't released a rock song in like the last 3 years, bro. What are you on about?
It's very disappointing. I'm not even that heavily invested in them, and I'm always just disappointed. You know it's bad when Gio has like a server built around them, and when I asked him if he listened to their latest release, he was like, "No, I have not." It's just not.
No, just like to keep it in like I don't know. You guys don't know them, but I really want Bobby from Icon to drop some music.
Mm-hmm.
Icon is apparently dropping another album this year, hopefully. Well, B.I. obviously Twice needs to drop 7 albums this year because, you know, they make real music.
Real music.
Who else?
I need more New Jeans at this point.
Oh, bro, definitely, bro. They need to drop like actual, like an album, not this single track once a month bullshit. Oh, not that. But you know what I mean. It's
My
just
goodness,
like,
my dad's gonna be so upset with this episode.
Just tell him to skip it. Just tell him to skip it.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell him, oh, it was a freestyle, so they just decided to let loose at this point, like it was an actual freestyle.
Like, you should participate, man. Say something. Talk about the Cowboys for a bit.
Oh no, bro. Oh, don't get me started on the Cowboys. But New Jeans, bro. I need that. I need. I don't. Oh, depends. How long are we describing a full length album from them? I think
I want like 12 songs at least.
I think that could work. I think that could work. I do. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the K-pop world feels about them. I haven't even listened to a lot of K-pop, but the way I described it to my dad, I was like, it's refreshing in a sense because for whatever reason, it's different, and I don't know what makes it different from other K-pop. But I'm just like, dang, they are them, you know. I have no
Yeah,
other respect.
we should do a culture study on them, son. Like actual, not like just saying it. We never do it.
We should.
Because they're very interesting. Because when they came out, I was kind of on the hating squad. Because whenever a new group comes out, they're like, oh, they're going to be bigger than Twice, blah blah blah. And then that's like when my fanboy comes out, like, you better put some respect on their name. But after those feelings went away, I was like, yo, New Jeans, they're going to be the biggest thing out of the fourth gen.
Yeah, and what's it called? The one guy I was watching, he was like, "Oh, they it seems like they're very more oriented towards the global audience based off of like I don't know. I guess he was like saying like with the way they do their music videos." But like, yeah, I'm completely blown away by them and want like some type of full type release. I was sleep. The only song I knew was Attention, and then I gave the rest of their songs a listen. I'm like, dude, I need 10 full length albums right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Coming back to the western side, Dom, you mentioned Kendrick Lamar. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna happen, man.
You never know. Never know.
There's only two scenarios in which Kendrick Lamar drops this year, and that's either a collab album with Baby Keem or
Right.
some type of group project with his new label PG Lang.
I'm sure you get a point.
Those are the only two scenarios I could see it happening. I mean, well, he technically did a tour like last year, right? Didn't he do a tour? Because he was at the Crypto Arena, right?
He did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe he does another one. I don't know. I don't know why artists don't do more tours, seeing as that's how they make their money these days. But who else? I mean, Dom, you can pretty much expect Tyler, the creator. Like I said, he does a 2-year formula every year, so it's that 2-year period again. Right? Because the last one was 2021.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can expect that and an album. I mean, an album and probably tour. I'm trying to think of like what other artists. Maybe Denzel. I don't know if Denzel drops. I would love Denzel to drop, but I doubt he does.
How often does he drop?
He's kind of sporadic with it, because I mean, it depends, because he's very, how would you put it, like he has a wide variety of music, you know.
Right.
Because it's like he'll drop full-on albums like Taboo and Zoo, but then he'll also drop like EPs like the one he did with Kenny Beats, you know? So it's like he's kind of constantly dropping music, but sometimes it's full-length projects, and other times it's like mixtapes or EPs, you know? It's not like I think this year probably expect like a mini project from him, but not like a full-length album like Melt My Eyes, See Your Future.
Yeah.
There was some. The Weeknd. I think he's taking the year off. I don't think he's coming back till next year. Honestly, I know he's been kind of consistent with the way he drops music. Cause hold on, let me see. Before Dawn FM, it was obviously After Hours in 2020. Oh wait, no, yeah, see, it was a 2-year. Yeah, I think he's pulling the Tyler, the Creator, where he's gonna do like 2 years between these releases, because it's like a trilogy of albums that he's set up, you know. And so I think he's gonna put like 2 years of time between them. So I don't expect to hear anything from the Weeknd till, you know, like late 2023 when he does like single releases, and then 2024 when he actually releases an album.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think other artists. I don't know. Gio kind of like mentioned earlier, but it is true. Like now, it's like you're kind of just left in the dark when it comes to music nowadays as to when artists are actually going to drop music.
Yeah.
Like and it's not like it's anything new, because back in the day, a lot of times it was like you would wait 2-3 years to hear new music from your favorite artist, and it was like the norm. But like nowadays, it's weird because like despite social media being such a huge presence, many of these artists don't have huge social media presences anymore. Like before they did, they were always, doing like Instagram lives, showcasing snippets and all that, like what's it called? The big one, Uzi. Uzi was always doing that, showing off snippets on live, or like the producers would be playing snippets, to like tease upcoming projects. And now it's just like, it feels like so many of artists just go kind of like radio silent and don't do anything, like they don't do promotional material much anymore. They don't really even do rollouts. Like I think it's something we like talked about. It's like there so many artists nowadays are just popping up like a week or two before and being like, hey, I'm dropping my album here, and then like nothing, no billboards, no interviews with the radio stations, or like that. Because like you remember, it's like I know it's a pretty like drastic comparison, but like whenever Kanye would drop an album, before all of this stuff, when he would drop an album, he'd be teasing it. You'd see him go on like radios, like what is it, Sway and all that, or go on different like podcasts and stuff. All these like teaser trailers, all these teasers and stuff like that. It's like you would see that. Basically a bunch of promotional material, and it's weird that like now, with more stuff present to get the opportunity to do promotional material, a lot of artists aren't doing that. Like it seems like now the only time you realize an artist has dropped an album is when they appear on Hot Ones and they promote it at the very end, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, I just hope overall that there's just more releases and more interaction with their fans. Because, yeah, you're right. It's like the majority of artists are just like very quiet, and it's understandable because they want to keep like the surprise and stuff like that. But I think what's also worse is when it comes to artist releases, when there are leaks beforehand, which completely just destroys like the hype and or like the artist's like motivation to even release it in the first place. Like coming back to Playboy Cardi, I think the majority of like songs have been already released, and he just keeps on delaying it and or just canceling entire projects because of the leaks. But if I'm not incorrect, wasn't there another artist that had over like 200 songs like leaked or something like that?
I know Lil Yachty had his whole album leaked like a month before he was gonna drop it.
I wonder what's the plan with that, because that's insane. That's like the amount of songs that were just released. I mean, not released, just leaked. Is crazy. But yeah,
I remember we had a discussion about this on like a podcast episode where we said, like, we can understand people leaking the music if the artist never like plans to release it, and if people enjoyed it, they just want to hear it,
Yeah.
But it sucks when you, like I said, like with a case like Lil Yachty, where he has an album planned that he's gonna release, and people just leak it like a month before because they can't wait,
True.
Like that's an absolutely tragic situation. There was another artist when I was talking about the rollout stuff, but I can't remember who it was for the life of me. But yeah, definitely just Travis Scott and Utopia. This has been like a topic since like 2018, man. Or not 2018, but like I think it was around 2019, 2020. He started talking about Utopia as an album. It's like it's gonna be 5 years at this point. Where's it at? And I like the point someone brought up. Kind of just like it's like all these different artists who haven't dropped in a while. It's kind of getting to this point where there's all the hype in the world that you just feel like no matter what music they drop, people are gonna be disappointed. You know, like it's been so long that whenever Travis Scott drops, whenever Frank Ocean drops a new album, you know, it's like people just feel like it's not gonna live up to expectations.
Yeah. I mean, but you never know. It might plan out well and stuff. But
I mean, do you guys think it's like an ego thing too? Because I know it's definitely rampant in like the Western side. It was like, oh, I don't need to promote my stuff because it already makes all that noise. Just by like my name carries that noise already, so I don't have to do stuff. I mean, it has to be that. Like some of it has to be like maybe like 30% of it is like an ego thing. Because I definitely think that's it.
Yeah, I definitely see that. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but too many artists think they're Drake, you know? Because Drake can just drop anything at any point, and he does, like, over 300K in sales, like, first week at this point, you know? And, like, too many artists are, like, thinking like that, where it's like, oh, I can just drop because I have such a loyal fan base and all that, and, like, yeah, you have a loyal fan base, but if you're not putting it out there for more people to expand that fan base, you know, then you're gonna remain in that bubble, you know. And it doesn't help that they changed the way that streaming numbers work and how it correlates to sales. And then, of course, the biggest thing, how many times do we see like all these people with, you know, hundreds of millions of followers on Instagram, and then they drop music and barely anyone's listening to it? Like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, I get, you know, not wanting to be in the public eye a lot, not wanting to have, like, or wanting to have a private life and stuff. But a lot of these artists really should look into how they can utilize social media more, like, you know, TikTok and Instagram, Twitter, you know, all that. Even just, like, stuff on YouTube, you know? Like, I don't want to fully take it there and, you know, start like this argument, but what's it called? Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm trying to bring it up. It's been 14 hours since Twice's new song dropped. 9.2 million views in 14 hours.
Gee,
Because of them, bro. They're them.
They are them. What US artist is doing that other than like Drake and Kendrick at this point? And, you know, obviously I'm just continuing the rap world. Obviously, probably like Taylor Swift probably does some similar stuff to that, you know, just because she has a crazy, rabid, loyal fan base like that. No offense. I don't mean that in a bad way. You know, but like, you know, they Twice, for the most part, you know, they started off like the year talking about, oh yeah, we're doing an English track release towards the end of January, potentially an album like in the later half of the first quarter of the year, so like February, March-ish. And it's like, look what it gets them. Dude, I forgot how many people were waiting just for the premiere of this music video, and I'm just like, you literally don't see that with here in the West. And I get it, it's two different cultures, but like it's night and day, you know. Like, I look at the amount of views some of these music videos get for some of these groups, and I'm just like, dude, it is insane the amount of like support they get. And yet, you know, there will be like music videos with like 100 million views, and yet people are still talking about, oh, like that song was a flop by the K-pop standards. And I'm just like, that is absolutely insane that that's considered a flop. But what's it called? Oh, 50 seconds left. One last thing I want to say, real quickly. Movie releases. What are you guys hoping for from this year? Like, you're like dead ass. I'm gonna go watch that.
I want action movies. I'm tired of superhero stuff. Like,
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer for sure, man. Or Oppenheimer. I forget your name, but Oppenheimer for sure. I'm going to see that. And I don't know. I haven't seen too much promotional material about it, but I genuinely want to see what that Blue Beetle movie from DC is going to look like. Even though even though superhero movies have been kind of hit or miss, you know. I forget what else is coming. Oh, snap. 15 seconds. I've been Jack, joined by
Dominic Castillo.
Giovanni and Willie. He's technically here, but not.
Thank y'all for joining for this episode, and we'll catch y'all next week with another one.